Hello, I'm Cherie McIntyre, ESD 540, Eligibility for Special Education. The special education initial referral timeline starts with the referral for initial evaluation, and this is a request from a parent or a campus, the school, either verbally or written, to a local education agency's director of special education or the district administrative employee. No later than the 15th school day after the date the district receives the written parental request, a notice of action should be provided to the parents with prior written notice for evaluation, as well as a notice of procedural safeguards and an opportunity to provide consent to evaluate. Then, not later than the 45th day following the date on which the district receives the written parental consent, a comprehensive evaluation of all components is to be conducted to determine two things. First, if the child is in fact a child with disability according to the eligibility criteria, and if the criteria meets the educational needs of the child. Within 30 calendar days of the written report, the parents must be provided with a guide to the admission, review, and dismissal process. They must be provided with at least 5 school days notice, and the meeting should be held at a mutually agreeable time and place. And this is for the ARD committee meeting. Then the eligibility is determined by the committee. An individualized education program, if appropriate, is developed. And the parents must be provided with the prior written notice outlining the decisions made and the actions to be taken. So that's all within 30 calendar days after the written report. And this was obtained from the Texas Education Agency, 2020. The special education teacher or provider ensures that student performance data is collected and analyzed. They're responsible for implementing the IEP. The general education teacher is responsible for providing the core academic instruction and bringing any data that they collect from the student during their instruction. According to LDAamerica.org 2021, it's important to understand typical development of students when evaluating students for eligibility because we measure their achievement against the norm group of their peers to assess any delays and learning or physical disabilities. An informal assessment that a special education teacher may use during the psychoeducational evaluation would be tests such as standardized testing to compare the student, their performance compared to other students their age, normally developing peers. A formal assessment could be the Wechsler's Intelligence Scale Test, and language, culture, academic experiences, and family background can have a major impact on the results when comparing a diverse population of students, depending on where they come from. And I think comparing students who are, maybe their families are non-English speaking, they're very poor, they don't have much of an educational background with their family. They might be the first that are going to graduate from high school, if they even do. Comparing those students with students who are middle class or above, who are always at school, whose parents, they show up all the time, they have more money, unfortunately, that's a factor. They're just better overall achieving students. I think that comparing those results from both of those students isn't really effective when it comes to this. So that's my take on comparing the students together when they're diverse like that. Again, my name is Cherie, and that's all I got. Thank you.